welcome to my channel. Today I am reviewing the Kamtom Km3299, which is a 1/32 scale RC drift car. A few months or 1 year ago there was quite a hype on YouTube about this cheap RC drift car. So the price was between 35 and 50 euros and therefore I thought I'd try it out. There is a red version and a black version, and some sellers even have a third option which is orange. And because it is that cheap, I actually ordered a set of two, a red and a black one. The thinking behind was also because I have a spare FPV unit from my FPV drones. I thought maybe I try to add this on one of the cars, but I have not decided on which color I will do it. And also I don't know if I can fit this unit somehow. I ordered this set from AliExpress, and at the time there was also some kind of a sale ongoing, and for some reason I also got free shipping. So for both of these two I paid around 72 euros, which is quite nice. So what does the box tell us? So it is an all-wheel drive, and it also has a gyro and LED lights. It is powered by a 2S LiPo battery, and it has a matte paint. And to be honest, I've never tried a drift car before, so this is the first time. And yeah, maybe for a beginner a four-wheel drive would be beneficial, but I guess a pro would prefer a rear-wheel drive. And also in the videos I've seen, the steering angle is quite low, which is also not very helpful. So now let's open the box. Hello Racer. Some instructions. And here we already have the car. Nice paint job, quite some details, looking really nice. A little bit of suspension. Here we have the remote, which takes two AA batteries. So here we have the on-off switch. Here we have the throttle dual rate, where you can set the minimum power to the maximum power. Here we have the light modes and steering trim. Next up, inside here we have the charging cable, a small screwdriver, and a second set of wheels with the plastic drift tires, because on the car we currently have the rubber tires. And now let's charge the batteries and do a first test run. Oh, and by the way, this is the black version. And I also want to show you the suspension. Not very much in the front, a little bit more in the rear. And also let's open it. So you just pull it at the back and then move it to the front. But be careful because of the LED lights in the front and in the rear. So here you can see there is the battery, small antenna, and here you can see how the suspension is looking like. So there are just some small springs here inside, and underneath here there is an axle which goes to the front tires. And here you can see the steering servo, and I've seen quite a few videos now of this car where some people are complaining that the steering is failing, but yeah, let's try it out. Let's put it back together. And also what I forgot to mention is that the mirrors actually are rubber, which means you don't break them when you crash. Now let's add some batteries. So this is now with the lights on. And you can hear the servo is working. So with this button you can switch off and switch on the lights, and with the lower button you can change the flashing, so from a slow flash to a fast flash and constant lights. And the same is on the rear. And now I have set the throttle rate to the minimum, just like that. And if I change to the maximum, this is how it looks like. And yeah, now let's try it. So this is now with the rubber wheels and on the lowest throttle setting. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of space here, but now let's turn the throttle switch to the maximum. Okay, now it's quite a bit faster. And even with the rubber wheels, it drifts a little. This is nice. Oh. This is fun. How cool is that? And now let's try it with the plastic drift wheels. Okay, this is now like driving on ice, maybe reducing the power a bit. So this is now on the lowest setting. It is quite manageable, but if I try to use the maximum, you can see already when I give the throttle, it's too much, I think. So on the maximum setting is very hard to drive. It is like driving on ice. Let's dial down a little bit, maybe to half power. So I guess the battery is empty. And by the way, I rather prefer these rims here compared to the other. What fun little toys. And until now I didn't break the steering, so everything works fine. And I also want to try it outdoors, maybe at the skater park or something like that. But I'm not sure if I find the time currently. And also the floor is already full of leaves. And in some areas they've already spread grit. I think it is called grit, these small stones for the winter. And yeah, thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!